Taurus, oh my God. I am busting out the seams, and I feel like you guys are as well, but I have to re-record this video because I was looking at the one that I was about to upload in preparation for this Friday, right? I try to upload during the day that your ruling planet is active. And realized my pants were unbuttoned this whole time. Like, I left out to go do some work. On my way home, I stopped and got this like protein power ball, which was super delicious. Oh my God, the flavor profile was just out of this world. Extraordinary. 10 out of 10 recommend if you are in Dallas. Definitely go to, what is the name? See, I already forgot. Hugo's. Definitely go to Hugo's. But I ate it and I ate a little too much. So of course I got full, and that pressure from the top of my pants was doing too much for me in my stomach. So I had to like unbutton it, unzip it. But also I've been in the gym and I've been eating more now that I'm in this relationship. And so a lot of my clothes really don't fit, y'all. Like, I'm gonna be thick, okay? I'm gonna be thick like you Taurians naturally are. I'd be so jealous. Oh my God. Sometimes it's a natural emotion to feel, and I'm just being real about it. I get jealous of people that are naturally like thick. They don't struggle with being able to keep weight on them. I've always had to like be in the gym and eat like 3,000 calories a day in order to like keep 2 pounds. But anyway, what I had picked up on in the last reading, and it's also coming through in this one just on a different scale, is the fact that you guys are indulging in self-love practices at this time. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of you guys, your skin is glistening. So you might really be into like body mists, body creams, body scrubs, anything to do with like face and getting like facials or doing like facial steams, vaginal steams, that type of thing, like with water and other elements, like dealing with herbs. I'm definitely getting that. Some of you guys, because Uranus is in Taurus right now, you would generate a lot of money, not just because it's the transit supporting it, but because you're truly passionate about it. But if you were to work in fields related to the beauty industry, also woodworking, if you are into that, but woodworking itself did not come up in the video that I was doing, just Uranus and Taurus type things, right? So I'm definitely seeing that, like, you guys are, even if you get on Groupon, right, you can still find very exclusive, very like high-end experiences at an affordable cost on Groupon. So don't knock it, right? If you don't have to pay full price, why? Why? But I'm definitely seeing that if you're going on Groupon, you are buying yourself like 60-minute, 90-minute, 120-minute. No, that is 90 minutes, isn't it? That's an hour and a half. Oh my God, I can't speak today. But you know, booking those types of massages, hot stone massage, athletic massage, sports package. Some of you guys might be going to the chiropractor soon, and or you are getting on Skyscanner and figuring out where you're flying to next. Like, you're all about you, and it's really going to take a special somebody to get you out of that energy of me and into a space where you want to share and have a connection with another person, right? Also, what came through was a card that was in Scorpio's reading. I believe it was the Six of Swords. And I wanted to say, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, definitely watch the Scorpio video. But also, I personally feel like that placement within you is being activated. So if you have a Scorpio Venus, it's like, okay, you guys love really hard and you love deeply. Like, you can't do anything that is surface or shallow when it comes to love and the way that you exhibit it, right? And how others should express it, you know, if you are on the same playing field, also just dealing with different levels of emotional maturation. However, that type of connection with like Venus and Scorpio, it's challenging. It is a challenge because Scorpios go through the most hardships for some reason. Well, I mean, your ruling planet is Pluto, right? And we know Pluto got exiled for no reason. Our guest sis is just out there It's not even considered one of the planets anymore, even though I personally still consider it one. But the planet is all about death and rebirth and things that are occult, like secrets, hidden, like agendas. Can also deal with partnerships too, and the way that somebody can get money in a partnership and or a connection. But anyway, it's just you guys do have a lot of hardships, and so the love isn't easy, but you are fully committed. You need somebody that would essentially die for you with Venus in Scorpio. Very, very, very sensitive types, right? But that type of love, that type of connection, you are going to be forever changed because of it, because it asks for the sacrifice, right? The sacrifice of true unconditional love. It asks for the sacrifice for ultimate evolution and progression forward. So if you are connected to a Scorpio, that's why you also need to watch that video. But just for you personally to have more awareness as to why certain things don't pan out in love and relationships is because it wasn't deep enough. It did not touch your soul. Like you were dealing with somebody that did not want to cooperate with you on any level when it came to love. And so it just made it harder than your natural placement, right? And so that can be activated. So you might be going through like your spiritual awakening or just becoming more curious about certain phrases or seeing in what ways you can contribute to the realm of occultism, esotericism, you know, anything that again deals with herbs, that deals with quote unquote witchcraft, divination, really, and alchemy, things about manifestation, and what really works for you. And so that's the thing. It's like you're not going to debunk anything until you actually have the opportunity to do your own research and formulate your own opinion. You're not easily swayed by the opinions of others, which is really nice about Tauruses. But also you can be stubborn that once you have your mindset locked in on something that you want to believe or that you are devoted to, you feel called to protect. Like at the same token, like it's really hard because you guys are so stubborn to get you to veer from that. So it's good and it's bad, right? It just depends on the thing that your energy is going into, really. But yeah, you have the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Coins here. So love abounds. If nothing else, y'all are straight with the self-love, which is highly important. I highly, highly encourage that you learn how to date yourself in your season of singledom, right? Because it's going to make it that much easier to actually want to share your space with another person, Taurus, because that's very hard for y'all to do. You guys are very much homebodies, but at a certain point, like you need time for your own self-reflection to do things that you enjoy that maybe your partner naturally wouldn't, and or just to have your own space again because you're so used to having your own. You've always had to have your own. A lot of you guys have had to grow up really quickly, and so it can be hard then to want to always share that or have to explain what that type of security means to you. But I do feel like it's very important that you date yourself, right? That's what I did before I got into the current relationship that can't talk. Before I got into the current relationship that I'm in, it has exceeded all expectations. Truly. I did not know that I was that good at manifesting, especially when it comes to love, until I got into the relationship that I'm in. Like literally everything that I wrote down and was very intentional about developing within myself, I have in a partner. And so you guys had the lovers in the other spread that I can't upload now because you get to see my pants. And I feel like low-key in this video, you might be able to see it too, but we're at 9 minutes, so I have enough time to like fix it. Because I can't zip my pants up, y'all. I'm sorry. But where was I? It's very important that you date yourself. So buy yourself flowers. Like last Valentine's Day, I was just living in the energy of love. Like usually when people are single and they don't have a Valentine, they just sit at home, you know. Some people like to just have like a marathon movie night, pop themselves some popcorn, pop a glass of wine, have some chocolate covered strawberries and do that, which is nice. But there are those that are bitter when they don't have love in their life. and decide to like be very negative, like eye rolling when you look through the posts of different people that are posting the love that they have been able to experience, you know, in this year's season of love. I don't know what to call Valentine's Day. I don't even know if I believe in Valentine's Day, but that's another story. But, you know, just being very pessimistic and negative when other people are having that moment of joy. There are a lot of single people who do that. So for me personally, for me to get out of that funk and feeling of like loneliness, I hit up one of my really good friends and we went to a really high-end upscale restaurant called Nick and Sam's. If you live in Texas, you might have been there or have heard of them. I highly recommend you at least dine there once, just once. It was the most magical, beautiful experience, and I had the time of my life. We both did. We wound up bar hopping a little bit after that and met some people that just I otherwise would not have if I didn't go out that night. You know, if I didn't make it a point to still treat myself, even though I don't have anybody in my life that wanted to romantically court me for that day. Like, I can court myself. I can go out with my girls, you know? I did that. And because I was just so happy about celebrating Valentine's Day and the things that my apartment community did at that time to like uplift everybody and make everybody feel appreciated and valued and seen, right? I had that energy, and that also helped me in manifesting the relationship that I have. So, I mean, do stuff like that for yourself. Take yourself to the movies. Don't wait for somebody to experience life with you. It's sometimes when you step out and you go out alone that you find just the right person with the right energy, the right message that is supposed to live in that moment with you, you know? So that's the thing. Take yourself out on dates. Don't neglect your hair. I did. I had neglected my hair. I gave up on like my style. I didn't really care. I went through this like, I mean, I cared, but I didn't. I didn't really dress up as much until I changed my energy. And I'm like, why not? Like, what am I waiting for? Like, I have a lot of outfits in this closet that I'm saving for these like formal events that I'm never getting invited to. So why not just wear them now? And I started doing that. You know what I mean? Just changing the energy and the environment. And that just comes with just appreciating yourself, appreciating the quality time that you have with yourself, and getting to relearn who you are, just how sensitive you are, or just how sensitive you want to be whenever you have that companionship, like other areas and behaviors that you want to work on, traits that you have that you know they don't really do anything for you, so why not tweak them? So it's that type of thing. Like, in this space, let me make the most out of it. Let me get a vision board and start visualizing the type of partner that I have, but not obsessing over it. Like, it's just a thought, like, oh, okay, I appreciate this about myself, and I feel like I want this in my partner too, like effective communication, and or somebody that is a hopeless romantic, and or somebody that is a provider, because you guys are usually the what's it called, like breadwinners of your family. And so it'd be nice if somebody can match that, you know, somebody that is spiritually aware, you know, somebody that has a sense of spirituality. You know, they understand more of who they are and have an acceptance of that, which is going to make it easier when we hit these rough patches, and being able to navigate them. That person's not going to run and do something that is of I guess like a lower level of thinking, just for lack of better words, because they ultimately know the consequence of those actions. And it's like, it's a temporary emotion. Like, this person's not going to run away from emotion. They can face it head on. They're very solution oriented when problems arise. So it's doing that thing, but also making sure that you can match a lot of the things that you are hoping to attract when it comes to a relationship. Just putting the pieces together and visualizing what your future will look like, and believing that you can have it. That's the next challenge, right? Once you start to have this down, you wrote this down, you have it on your vision board, you have all these pictures, and or you're giving those mantras back and forth to yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror as a form of self-love, right? While you have your masks on, what have you, while you're soaking in the bathtub, while you're getting your nails painted and your toes done, the things that you listen to, that you feed your brain also. and that nourishment that you get from that and what you choose to believe. It's just, okay, now that I see it, why do I deserve it? Why do I deserve it? Because my intentions are pure. I don't know if I even showed you guys the cards. You have the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Coins, Knight of Swords with the Three of Swords, and the Hermit card. My intentions were pure. That's why I deserve it. It's an experience I haven't had yet. I'm really curious to see if this is something that's really in alignment with me, right? Is monogamy my thing? Or do I need to be in these relationships to realize that I might not be a monogamous type of person? I can't commit to one person. I like a multitude of people. So now let me find that tribe. Maybe I like the opposite sex, you know? Opposite sex? Same sex. Everybody expects that we like the opposite sex. But maybe I like same sex. Maybe I'm non-binary. Maybe, you know, these roles and traditions and definitions don't work for me, so I need to define them. And I only know that because I have to go through this experience. But again, it's rooted in growth. It's rooted in wanting to be just the best version of yourself that you can be, the most authentic version of yourself that you can be, right? And so just being careful that you're not going to be too critical of yourself when things don't pan out as you maybe imagine or as you feel that they should, because a lot of you guys with this Eight of Coins energy, you try to have, like, how is that called? What is that called? When it's like every little detail is like under a microscope sometimes for you guys. It's like you have to be aware of every little detail, or you have to have your hand in every little detail, and it has to fit perfectly. Kind of that perfectionism that you get with Virgo's energy with this Hermit card. So it's like wanting things to be too perfect. Getting yourself out of that mindset, you know? It doesn't have to be perfect. It will never be perfect. So just working on those types of things. But ultimately right now you're working on your belief systems, everything that you have learned up to this point, and what's been beneficial to you. Scrutinizing that a little bit more, what's been beneficial, and some of the things that just haven't been of service, and being able to let go of those belief systems to make room for new ones here. Especially with this Knight of Swords, that's what I'm getting. Wanting to be a little bit more open-minded, open to hypotheticals, just different perspectives, just seeing how far your imagination can stretch when it comes to an ideal, like a concept, you know, the way that you view yourself, the way that you view other people, the way that you view the interconnectedness of everything in the world and how it runs, and how we're all part of the bigger picture, right? And seeing if you can figure out exactly what place you have in it and serving in that position. So that's really what's coming through, Taurus. If you don't have a loving relationship in your life, you're fine without it, again, because you are at the point where you are working on you. You're under construction here, but you are learning to love and accept everything that makes you who you are, as far as like your body shape, as far as your facial features, as far as your hair, as far as your sense of style, as far as the way that you upkeep with maintenance, right? Making sure that you do those masks, clarifying masks to clarify your skin, making sure that you give yourself time to get massages, take baths, you know, that you have proper hygiene, making sure that you take, again, yourself out on dates, that you are still going out and having these experiences and teaching yourself new things and not waiting for somebody else to come into your life to enrich it. You can do that all on your own. Like, you have value just as you are. And it's when you stand in that power, right? unabashedly, that then different experiences could come in as far as you partnering with somebody else. If you're in a relationship, you might feel a little claustrophobic. You feel like maybe this person doesn't truly understand you, and or vice versa. And so you're determining whether or not there is enough time, enough space, enough cooperation to figure this out. If it is, you'll stick through it. You'll come on the other side. But if not, I mean, you can't sit here and sacrifice your life and spend all of this time with somebody that just doesn't want to, I don't want to say change, but change, for lack of a better word. Like, you can't waste your life away. So this person's either going to cooperate with you in figuring it out, or they're not. And if they're not, I mean, hey, it's been a good run. That's what I have for you. So if this video resonated, Taurus, definitely give me a thumbs up. You guys, share it with other Tauruses you know. And again, subscribe if you haven't, if you fuck with the vibe and you want more of these videos. I am currently open for readings, so if you want to hit me up, you're inquiring about that, definitely do that. My email's in the description box. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and soul until you see me again. Ciao.